Communication, communication, communication. We need to ensure as a board that we're communicating with all parts of the Institute to increase understanding and knowledge of what we're doing and the objectives of the RTPI. We need to work better with the General Assembly and also the regions and nations. And I think there's an opportunity to improve what we're doing at the moment. So I think that my objective as chair will be to try and improve those lines of communication both within and without the Institute. I think it's important that we have undertaken a membership survey, and we need to work to implement that survey and deal with the issues that are of concern to our members. So that includes persuading those in power that what the Institute does is of value, what the profession does is of value, and encourage those to understand that planning is a very, very important aspect of people's lives. And we need to increase the numbers of planners that we have. It's very, very important. And I'm very anxious to see that we can increase the range and scale of professional planners so that we can achieve what we want to do as an institute. We can always improve, we can always learn, and we can always do better. I'm still a member of my Regional Activities Committee, and I'm very passionate about the work that they do. The regions and the nations are the backbone of the Institute, and we need to work together to try and continue what we're doing as the Institute in a way that understands both the aspirations and the hopes of the regions and nations, but also as a board, the objectives of the Institute overall. And I think there's an opportunity using, for example, General Assembly to give the regions and nations a window and an opportunity to present issues of concern to them. We're always learning. I'm continuing to learn, and I think it's important that you understand the needs of the colleagues that you're working with, that you're empathetic, that you give people opportunities to be involved in discussions, that you bring people into discussions, and that you give them the opportunity to take part. I think it's very important as a chair to play a leadership role, but not to get involved in discussions to the extent that you're taking them over. I think it's about guiding and helping people to give their best and to express their views and opinions, which are all valuable. I think it's very important to be inclusive and to understand the needs of all our members and all those who we serve as a professional institute. And I know there are a number of informal organisations, for example, Planning Out, for example, Women in Planning, and I think we need to encourage more of that interaction, more of that spontaneous groupings, and to use those in a way that we haven't maybe done previously by working with them and encouraging more to grow and prosper, because I think it will be an opportunity for them to be more representative of the institute that we serve. So I'd like to work with different groups and different organisations to kind of bring forward better inclusivity and more diversity. I think it's important to play a leadership role. I think it's important to be a role model. And I've experienced right through the Institute, both representing the Institute at national and local level. And as I've said, I'm very passionate about the Regional Activities Committees and the regions and nations. And I think one of the things that I would like to do is to try and strengthen those bonds and to go out and work more closely with the regions and nations to be able to implement a lot of what we're trying to achieve corporately as the Institute. And I think that expressing the kind of issues and concerns of members is important both to and from the board. So I would hope the board will be able to get a better understanding of what desires and hopes our members have, and as I've said earlier on, including those that have arisen from the membership survey.